There is so much new makeup at the drugstore, my head is spinning. Seriously, I went to my P.O. box the other day and I had so much to open, I was flabbergasted. If you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. All right, we're gonna try a bunch of new stuff on my face today, so let's get straight into it. First of all, from the AOA brand, which is available on shopmissa.com, we've got a new Wonder Blender sponge. Now, out of all of the affordable blending sponges out there, the ones from AOA are my favorite. They are just so bouncy and fluffy. They do such a great job blending, and they're $1.88. I mean, so this is what I'm gonna be using to blend out my foundation today, which is the brand new Revlon Photoready Candid Glow Foundation. So it is a Moisture Glow anti-pollution foundation. I have the shade Tawny here. Hopefully it's a match because we've got no other options. Now it does say light buildable coverage. I need a little bit more than light today. Let's get into it. Boop. Okay, not too bad of a shade match. Yeah, you can definitely still see like my dark spots. If my skin wasn't acting up right now, it would be just enough to even out like my subtle hyperpigmentation when I don't have active breakouts. The finish is gorgeous. I mean, you can see that glow going on. If you look at it up close, it really just looks like skin. It doesn't look like anything sitting on top of my face. It blends into the skin really, really well. All right, so I think this foundation pretty much caps out at medium coverage, which is a great option if you don't need something full coverage to cover redness or problem areas. It's just that right now I do. The original Photoready Candid foundation, which they also sent me, is medium buildable coverage, whereas the Glow is light buildable coverage. So maybe this would be a better option if you need the extra coverage. Let's move on to concealer though, shall we? So this is the AOA concealer, again from the shopmissa.com store. I have the shade Buff. Let's see how this goes. I always get a little bit nervous about really cheap complexion products. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it under my eyes first. Ooh, it's really creamy. I was not expecting that at all. I thought it was gonna come out a lot thinner. This is blending out to be really nice. I might have to set this though. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat lightly to add some more coverage to those areas I needed it. Looks good though. I'm gonna go ahead and set this with my Coty Airspun powder as usual. All right, pretty nervous about this next product. I think this is only the second pen style brow product I've ever tried. So this is the new Rimmel Brow Pro Micro, which is a 24-hour precision stroke pen. This is in dark brown. I think there is an opportunity for this to look super microbladed, but it's just a matter of kind of beating the learning curve of how to use these, and I'm not quite sure I've beaten that yet. For the front of the brow, I'm just trying to take the side of the felt pen. Just doing a decent job, but I'm afraid they're gonna start looking a little blocky. Also, this felt tip is really flexible, which actually isn't a great thing because it's like bending too much when I want to lay down color precisely with the point. My brows don't look awful, and I will say for a pen style product, they look pretty natural still. They're not as defined as I would like them to be. Not my favorite brow look. I'm not a fan of this felt tip. This is a no-go for me. What I'm going to do is maybe add a little bit more definition to the brows using the AOA concealer and a flat brush. All right, BH Cosmetics has blessed us with another Zodiac palette. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with these palettes because I typically really, really love the shadows inside and the color schemes, but the packaging is just so annoying. It's just kind of large. It's too large to travel with. It's too large to fit into my Alex drawers. So I rarely ever reach for them just because they are so cumbersome and I store them away from all my other eyeshadow palettes. It's also really awkward to hold. Like if you want to do your makeup with the mirror in the palette, it's just weird holding it with one hand. Very just, I don't approve of this packaging. So here's what the interior looks like. We have another stunning visual with the In the Round palette organization. Now I gotta say, out of the what is there, 3 now full-size Zodiac palettes. This one probably took my breath away the least. It's still pretty interesting. It's almost like a rainbow palette, but these shades aren't super bright. They're a little bit muted, so maybe we'll kind of be able to get some wearable looks with this despite how many different colors we see. Plus, the baked shades have a really cool marbling to them, and I'm excited to see how those apply. Also in this video, I'm using a bunch of the new BH Cosmetics Crystal Zodiac brushes that go along with this collection. These are so freaking soft. I love BH Cosmetics brushes. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Tiger's Eye matte shade, which is sort of a peach color, and let's use that as my transition. Next, I'm gonna go into the Carnelian matte shade, which is the red in the palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my outer corner. Happy to report that these mattes are just as vibrant and easy to blend as I remember. I feel like this is gonna end up being like a Valentine's Day red and pink look. All right, I wanna dip into one of these marbled shades. So I think I'm gonna go into the Carnelian marbled shade. What I love about the BH Cosmetics baked shadows is that you don't need to wet your brush and you'll still get that really beautiful metallic finish. I think I'm gonna darken up my outer corner with the Rhodonite matte shade just to add a little dimension because that red is pretty medium toned on me. And I'm also just gonna blend the red shade very lightly between my lid shade and the outer corner just to give it a little bit of a gradient. Let's dip into one more of these baked shadows to highlight with. I'm gonna go into Rose Quartz and use that as my brow bone highlight as well as inner corner highlight. It's definitely got more of a silvery appearance than rose, if anything. Okay, overall, I mean, the quality of these shadows are the same as the other Zodiac palettes, which is really great. The mattes are pigmented, the baked shadows look really beautiful and shimmery and reflective. I just don't know if I'm a huge fan of this color scheme. I'm not sure how often I'd be dipping into this and what I'd really be creating with this. I mean, I like what I created today. I think it's a little monochromatic, but I don't know, out of the 3, this is probably my least favorite. I wanna know what you think in the comments below. All right, y'all, you know I'm really hard on new liquid eyeliners that come across my desk because I am a purist for my NYX matte liquid eyeliner, but we do have a new one from Rimmel, and this is the Wonder Ink eyeliner. It is waterproof, extreme wear waterproof eyeliner, excuse me. It is a felt tip, so automatically getting dinged for that. But let's go into it with an open mind. Ooh, okay. It's very black, and I do like that the felt tip is a pretty good length to just stamp on to get over the lash line. Okay, I like it so far. I love that it dries down to a deep, rich black matte finish. So far, so good. I also feel like felt tips kind of tug on skin texture more so, and then a brush would glide over it. And I do have slight skin texture at the corner of this eye particularly, and it's really hard to get like a clean line over it. Okay, I think I need to stop while I'm ahead so I don't end up looking like a panda. Honestly, the only con I have about this eyeliner right now is the felt tip, but the formula itself I really like. I was also able to layer it really well. Sometimes with matte formulas, if they don't do it right, then it just kind of crumbles as you try to layer it, but this layered totally fine, which is important if you're really trying to get that crisp line. You kind of go over the same spot multiple times. All right, staying on the Rimmel train, we do have a new mascara from them. This is the new Scandaleyes Volume on Demand mascara. This is a very interesting shaped brush. It's a little bit wider towards the bottom. Let's try. Okay, really appreciating the skinnier tip of the wand. Really helps you pick up the lashes in the corners. You kind of have to build this up to see the volume. Okay, so here's the thing. I really like how it looks right now. I have very like wide, round looking eyes. Everything is fanned out and there's 0 clumps despite having gone in there several times and really coating it up. However, I do feel like I had to play with it a little bit and really layer it up to get the lash look that I like. I like big lush lashes even for my everyday makeup looks, so I just felt like it took a little bit of time to get there. But now that we're there, I really like the open, lifted appearance. Okay, moving on, I'm just going to contour really quickly, nothing new, just my Pixi natural contour powder, and then going in with my NYX Sweet Cheeks blush. This is in Risky Business. All right, we have a new highlighter. I'm so excited to try it. It is from Revlon. It is their new Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter. This is in the shade Twilight Gleam, and it just looks like such a gorgeous champagne-y gold shade. Ooh, pretty. It doesn't start out like blinding, but it is so pretty. This is a beautiful like golden champagne highlight. I think it's like made for my skin tone. Oh my gosh. Now this is slightly shimmery, which I didn't expect because in the pan, you don't see any glitter at all. On the cheeks, you can see some shimmer particles, but it's not like overly glittery. You still ultimately get a nice beam and reflection that honestly looks kind of natural. Natural, but boosted. This is a really good everyday highlighter when I'm not like trying to go for the drama. Sometimes I'm wearing a lighter face and it just looks weird if I put on a really strong highlighter. So this is something that I would grab for just a little bit more of an understated look, but I can definitely build it up. All right, last up, we've got lips. Now, these I've actually already reviewed and swatched on my blog. I will leave the link below. These are the new Pixi Naturellelips lipsticks, and I love them. As someone who's really struggling with dry and chapped lips right now, these are basically tinted lip balms, but they are very tinted and very comfortable. They're really like swipe, mush and go lipsticks, super low maintenance. I'm gonna use the shade Nectar right now, which is one of the neutrals. It's got a little bit of a pinky undertone though. And what I like about this is that it's not slippy. You're gonna get more wear time with the color. It's not gonna bleed. It's not gonna smear. Meanwhile, it feels balmy for a very long time. I've got like major dry patches in the middle of my lips right now. This just smooths right over them. Not a big fan of the packaging. Like it kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's like a cardboard tube. I don't like it, but the actual product I really like and I've been wearing nonstop. All right, so here's the finished look. I feel like I accidentally did a Valentine's Day look, but hey, that's perfect for this week. Now let's do a concealer check under the eyes. Do you see that creasing? Yeah, definitely some creasing with that. Also, in some of the other areas that I applied this concealer for the coverage, it's looking a little bit dry in finish, which isn't necessarily a problem. It's just the time of year right now in my combo skin. I don't want anything dry on my face. It's just looking a teensy bit patchy right here. Also, just an update on the eyeliner because I feel like I was the most skeptical about that. It's not flaking off. It's not crackling up, which is another problem I have with a lot of eyeliners that try to have a matte finish that aren't NYX. I really like the formula. I just don't like the felt tip. Let me know in the comments which of these new drugstore makeup items are you most likely to pick up next. Today's shout out goes to Alexandria. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I talk about the brand new Physicians Formula Butter Collection palette. You're gonna wanna watch it before you pick it up. I'll see you over there. Bye.